The sun was dipping below the horizon of Oak Creek, Virginia, casting long, skeletal shadows across my perfectly manicured lawn. I was standing in the kitchen, the condensation from a glass of ice water chilling my palm, staring out the window at a silver sedan I didn't recognize. It wasn't just parked, it was idling. The exhaust puffed rhythmic clouds into the cool evening air, a silent metallic intrusion on my sanctuary. It sat right there, dead center in my driveway, blocking my path to the world as if I didn't even exist. My name is Elias Thorne. For 12 years, I've been an architect, building structures that are meant to last a lifetime. I believe my marriage was one of those structures, solid, grounded, and capable of weathering any storm. But that car belonged to the man who was systematically dismantling my life, brick by brick. Before we go deeper into this story, take a second and hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and let us know where you're watching from. I'm curious to know how far these stories travel. My wife Sarah wasn't home yet, or so I thought. But as the driver leaned out to check his reflection in the side mirror, I realized this wasn't a mistake. This was a confrontation. He wasn't hiding. He was announcing himself in the space I had paid for with a decade of my life. I've always said that a house tells you when it's sick. It starts with a creak in the floorboard that wasn't there before, or a draft in a room that should be sealed. My marriage had started creaking 3 months ago. It was in the way Sarah held her phone, screen down, always within reach, like a secret she was protecting from the light. It was in the way she talked about her new caseload at the firm, her eyes darting to the corner of the room whenever I asked for the simplest details. I'm a man of data. I don't believe in vibes. I believe in evidence and structural integrity. I began to notice small discrepancies in our shared bank accounts. $15 at a coffee shop in a part of town she had no reason to visit. $100 withdrawn from an ATM near a hotel I'd never heard of. I watched the gas mileage on her SUV. She was driving an extra 30 miles a day that didn't account for her commute to the city. The structure was failing, and I was the only one looking at the cracks in the foundation. I didn't want to believe it, but an architect knows that if you ignore a crack, eventually the roof comes down. Revenge isn't a flash of anger. It's a slow burn excavation. While Sarah slept soundly beside me, her breathing steady and untroubled, I became a student of the digital dark. I wasn't looking for text messages. Those are too easy to delete, too fleeting. I was looking for the metadata of our lives. I accessed our smart home logs. I saw the front door unlocking at 2 a.m. on nights I was allegedly away on business trips to Charlotte or D.C. I saw the thermostat being adjusted in the guest room, a room we hadn't used in years.